Welcome to PBS MediaShift Digital Media Brief, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids, co-working and childcare in San Francisco. I'm Mark Glaser with guests Meg Cramer of Marketplace, Ari Levy of CNBC, Steve Goldbloom of PBS Digital Studios, Andrew Lih from American University. South by Southwest Interactive are once again ground zero for tech enthusiasts, marketers, and dreamers. The big breakout hit was Meerkat, a live streaming app that was quickly dropped by Twitter, which bought its own live streaming app, Periscope. Meg, explain why Meerkat was such a big hit this year.
I think that one reason why Meerkat became such a big hit was because everyone at the conference saw everybody else using it to live stream the questions that they were asking at these panels. So if you go to a panel and there's one person there who wants to make a big deal about using Meerkat, everyone in the audience is going to see somebody using it and wonder what it's about and want to try it out.
And Andrew, talk about the rise of these ephemeral types of technology like Snapchat, like Meerkat, where we don't have any kind of record of what happened.
Yeah, I think that you're seeing kind of a new wave of thinking about digital content, where one of the promises of digital is that it lasts forever and that you can search it and you don't have to worry about ever losing it. And what we're seeing is that as we have more experience with these technologies, we actually don't want everything to be always findable and always archived and always available. So what you're seeing with these ephemeral messaging apps with video that is only live and not stored forever is, I think, designers starting to put in features that look like bugs but are actually meeting the desires of users so that these are closed-ended experiences. They are not video that might have a life afterwards and be discovered and make people embarrassed about their behavior. And that we're actually, bending the will of digital technology more to how we're comfortable with it. And I think that's quite an interesting trend to see.
And Ari, how did South by Southwest vary from other conferences that you've gone to and tech conferences?
Well, first of all, I'll say that AT&T and Verizon are going to be the big winners once we all see what our data bills are like after meerkatting for 5 days straight. But to answer your question, how is it different? I think it's different in that you could literally go to Austin for South by thinking that you're going to the conference, and you could never get within 100 yards of the convention center because every time you try to get there, something pulls you away, and that thing that pulls you away then gets you in a conversation that sends you in the opposite direction. So I think that what needs to happen in the future, if you actually want to be going to South by for the conference, you just kind of have to put your blinders on, go to the convention center, and just stay there. And the second time I've done it, the last time I was a little more successful at getting some content. This time I think I moderated one panel and I went to one other session. So the other 13 that I had on my list I didn't even get close.
Yeah. And Steve, do you think South by Southwest has become kind of a parody of itself, and can we make it stop?
Well, if it is, I guess I have to keep coming back if it's going to be a parody of itself. But I don't know how to make it stop. I tweeted this week that if you leave a panel and you can't remember what was said, it's probably because nothing was said. And I went to a few panels that seem to fit that description. But I feel like that this festival is a bit like, those college games when you go for the frosh or freshman week and people don't like it, but they share in common not liking it, so they connect and they have great ideas and they have great conversations. That reminds me a little bit of South by. A lot of people don't like the panels, maybe nothing is said, there's no real takeaways. I mean, you could just go on to your show or The Verge or, get a summary of all of these panels anyways, but it is the connections that people make. There's a lot of talented people here. There's a lot of smart people here, and it's thrilling to be close to people who are, doing exactly what you want to be doing at work or in tech. And so I think that's why you see so many partnerships and people keep coming back because they like the company that they keep here.
For sure. Well, thanks for joining us for the Digital Media Brief from PBS MediaShift, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids. Learn more about their pioneering program combining co-working and childcare at nextspace.us/nextkids. We'll catch you next week. Thanks, everyone.